I've been waiting for you to get here. I need about 3 enemies in front of this table. I know you don't want to be enemies, but I need about 3 enemies just to stand in front of the table. Because God don't want to bless me. Shut up, lest my enemies are presence. He don't want to deliver me till my enemies get there. He says, I've been waiting on you. Sit down, servants, and rest a little while. Oh, y'all ain't never been to your grandma's church. I've been waiting for you. Come on. I've been waiting for you. And you've been serving me by praising my name. And I want, good God, I feel it. I want to take a moment to let you know I've been watching you. And you've been serving me. But now I want to take a moment. I want to take a moment and serve you right in the presence, shut up, bullshit, of your enemies. I'll bless you with blessings untold right in the presence of your enemies. While they've been waiting on you to die, I'm going to give you living water so you can live right in the presence of your enemies. While they've been ridiculing you, while they've been persecuting you. Come on, sister. Come on, get this. Come on. Come on, get this. Come on, get this. Now, God said, when you get to the table, you ain't got to worry about your enemies, because they can't come no closer to the table than I let them come. And I'm only letting them come close enough to let them see what I put in your hand. Show your enemies what God put in your hand. Show your enemies your deliverance. Show your enemies your blessing. Show your enemies how to criticize it. Show your enemies what your God has done for you. Shout glory. Somebody in this room, open your mouth and shout glory. Thank you, enemies. Thank you, enemies. Thank you, enemies. Thank you, enemies. Because if it had not been for my enemies, I never would have kept moving. I never would have kept pressing. But I dare somebody to holler, I'm pressing on the upward way. I feel Baptist in here today. New heights I'm gaining. Lord, every day. Still praying. I'm onward bound. Lord, plant my feet on higher ground. Anybody in here, so lift your hands and say, Lord, I am your child. Bless me, bless me, bless me, bless me, bless me. You said that I'm done. When I got the call from Bishop Marley to come to Lynchburg, I said, now, why am I coming? He said, for the 18th convocation. I said, okay. I said, all right. Bishop, we go way back, and I want to come be a blessing to higher heights. And just want to come share and just be a blessing. Don't worry about
all that ministry information I ain't gonna send y'all. Don't let that scare you and all that. We got a relationship. Everything gonna be all right. And don't worry about the money and all that. Don't worry about that. And it's gonna come and be a blessing. I said, but I got one condition. That when I come, I can tell the people about their enemies. You have made enemies out of things and people. They're not your enemies. They're not your enemies. But that struggle is real. And I know this will push the envelope a little bit, but I'm telling you, I've been listening to I've been listening to that a long time. But I stopped and I heard what that brother said. And that brother offers more encouragement to people than the people of God do. As an R&B artist, he's saying, I see the struggle you're enduring. But where's the praise of the saints? I'm looking at situations, I've been going to Danville and Ridgeway to get gas. That's where I go, because I already know they're going to be like 18, 19 cents cheaper than where we are. So if I fill up, I'm going to save about $3.40 per tank. I figure that. So, it takes a little while, but 40 tanks, that's still $80. Y'all need to say $80 is $80. I don't care how you look at it. $80, $80. So, now watch me. My confidence is that if I go, I'm going to save $80 because it's only about 7 miles. So it makes sense for me to drive that 7 miles and get the cheaper gas. Y'all ain't saying that. So, my mind said, okay, gas now is down to $2.83 in my area, but I was paying up there. I said, no, it's going to be about 18 cents cheaper. So why should I settle? Y'all ain't saying nothing. Because God messed around and blessed me right here with cheaper gas prices. Y'all ain't talking to me. But God said, you understand, if you keep pressing forwards, the gas is still cheaper up the road. So you'll say that once more. What I'm trying to tell you is, God has been, He's been sustaining you and blessed you and all that. And, He's been a blessing to you right where you are and your struggle and all that. And God has got you through. Praise Him for that. But, that ain't where He designed you to be. He's got something better. He's prepared a whole table. I was going to try to have real food on it. But then I said, no, you better not do that. But I want you to understand, what God has for you and designed for you, you cannot allow your enemies to keep you away from it. I used to be in church, 10:30, it's 10:30, what are they doing? It's hard for me. But I realize now that sometimes you got to step away from what you love, so you can assess it for what it really is. Y'all ain't saying that. And for what's really going on. So many things that God has in store for you, for me, just for being faithful, just for being a blessing. So much. But you got to get yourself in position. The enemy is after your soul. That's where your will is. Do you hear me? That's where your will is. That's what that thing that's inside of you that tells you don't give up. A thing inside you that says, keep going. The enemy wants to destroy your soul. Your will is being destroyed by your enemies. They are antagonistic. They are trying to destroy your soul. I want to make an announcement over your life, and that is that whatever you're going to do now, listen, serve the Lord with gladness. Are you hearing me? Serve the Lord with gladness. Count it all joy. When you enter into diverse temptation, if you're being tempted, it's because God's got joy on his mind. Y'all ain't saying that. Listen, I want to encourage you that God has been watching your every move. He knows where your struggle is. He knows where the enemy is located. But your praise, watch this, moves the enemy and allows you to come through. I want you to think of at least 3 things and we're going home. I got 5 minutes. It's 12:25. I got 5 minutes. I want you to think of 3 things that if it had not been for the Lord, you would not have accomplished in your life, or you would not have. There should be at least 3 things that the Lord has blessed you to be and to do. Now I want to ask you a question. Is it asking too much that God would say, praise me for what it has, what you have? Praise me for what I've done. Is that asking too much? That can you take 30 seconds and thank him for those 3 things? At least thank him for those 3 things. Honor him for those 3 things. What a sweet praise. Man, God has kept death away from me. I owe him a big praise. I owe him a grandiose praise. I owe him a mucho narrow praise. I owe him so much. Now I want you to take it one further. God bless you even with watching your every move. Y'all ain't shouting here. Watching your every move, and he still blessed you. Man,